In the meantime, I'd like to introduce Ms. Kseniya Kasko. Kseniya, if you'd like to come to the lectern. Kseniya joined the IRU in 2006, originally as a lawyer working in the TIR Claims Division. Currently she is in charge as the Secretary of the IRU Commissions on Legal and Customs Affairs, which represent the interests of IRU member associations in the road transport industry, mainly based in Europe, Asia and the Middle East. As Deputy Head of the TIR Department, she is also managing multicultural teams on legal and operational issues, focusing on facilitation of road transport of goods and border crossing procedures. Kseniya holds a master's degree in law from the Russian State University, a master's degree in advanced European studies from Basel University, and she's recently obtained a master's degree in business administration from the business school in Lausanne. And Kseniya today is going to talk about IRU and its contribution to trade security and facilitation. Please join me in welcoming Kseniya.
Thank you very much. Very good afternoon to all of you, dear ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the International Road Transport Union, first of all, allow me to thank International Network of Customs Universities and Mr. Widerson, as well as Customs Administration of Azerbaijan and Mr. Aliyev, for invitation to this important event and for the opportunity to share with the participants to this event information on some activities of our organization which contribute to trade security and trade facilitation. Since its very inception, our organization had trade facilitation as its core objective. In fact, the IRU has been established by a few Western European countries in 1948 with the purpose to reconstruct Europe after war, to rebuild the connections, to re-establish trade links, and of course to improve the conditions for movement of goods by road. Since then, our membership has grown. And today we have 170 members in 75 countries, nearly on all continents. Our vision is to become a truly global organization, and striving to achieve this vision, we're trying to reach to all continents. That is why, for example, in 2012, we have established a regional committee for Africa, where we work together with the Road Transport Association of African countries. And of course, the objectives of this partnership is to work with the national partners, with the private sector and with the national administrations to interconnect the African economies, to connect them to the global economy, to improve the customs or border crossing procedures through implementation of the key international facilitation tools and conventions, to improve the training, professional training for the road transport profession, and of course to improve road safety with the ultimate objective to contribute to economic growth and sustainable development. Today, we have our members are mainly road transport associations in many countries, which represent not only goods transport, but also the passenger transport. Amongst our members, we have international chambers of commerce, as well as some truck producing companies or insurance companies whose activities are related to road transport. Road transport, effectively, it is a backbone of the economy. It is a backbone of economy. It interconnects everything and everyone. In fact, it connects businesses, it connects producers, it connects end consumers. If we look around this room and think, we will realize that each item in this room, absolutely each item, including those which we wear, at some point of production or distribution has been on the truck. Of course, it is important to promote road transport, and to achieve these objectives, we try to build partnership with various international organizations, as well as with the regional integration organizations and economic and customs unions. Very recently, in April 2014, IRU members have adopted the resolution whereby they welcomed the WTO Trade Facilitation Agreement and called upon the governments to implement it. Why? Because we believe that this agreement has further potential to promote road transport, as one of its objectives is to make customs procedures even more expedient, to harmonize, to simplify, and to streamline them. We are also working together with the various organizations at the regional level in the Middle East, in Arab world, in Asia, also with the objective to put in place effective border crossing procedures. In fact, what we see today is that the economies, the governments make huge investments into the road infrastructure, which has been consistently improved. However, the border crossing procedures in many cases and in many regions still remain inefficient, and that's a hurdle for the trade. One of the solutions to address this problem is the TIR system, about which I would like to talk with you a little bit more in detail. The TIR system, the very first TIR agreement, has been signed in 1949, and since then our organization has been closely involved, actually has been working with the United Nations and under mandate of the United Nations to implement the TIR system. The TIR system in its current form is based on the TIR Convention, the text of which dates back to 1975, and it's truly a global convention which has 68 contracting parties and which provides for the opportunity to use TIR transit procedures, which have been initially designed for the road transport operations, to use these procedures for the transport operations which involve other modes of transport. The TIR Convention is a very active instrument, and out of 68 contracting parties, it has been implemented in 58. And many other countries are very interested to join the TIR system. And here, speaking about very recent developments in terms of the expansion of the TIR system, since September 2013, it is possible to use tiered procedures to transport goods to Afghanistan. Also, in August 2013, following many years of talks and discussions, the Chinese Customs Administration has officially confirmed its intention to accede to the TIR Convention, and now they are in active process of preparation for this accession. One of the important developments and very recent developments was in the United Arab Emirates, where in April of this year, the Dubai Customs have signed the TIR agreement. This is an important step for development of the TIR system in this region, taking into account the number of transport operations, especially between United Arab Emirates and Iran, and also taking into consideration possibility to develop the multimodal component of the TIR system, which is important for this region. We have also many other countries in Southern America, in Middle East, in Africa, which are interested to join TIR. So very quickly on what is TIR and its main principles. First of all, of course, it's a security of the system. The security means the security of the vehicles which transport goods under customs seals and which have to go through the special criteria and the special procedure of technical approval. It is international guarantee system which is organized by our organization. It is a TIR carnet which is at the same time as a customs declaration and the proof of the guarantees. proof of the guarantee provided to the customs authorities. It is mutual recognition of the customs controls, whereby the customs inspection and examination performed in the country of departure will be trusted by the customs authorities in other countries along the itinerary, and that's where the facilitation function of the TIR system comes into play. It is, of course, the existing risk management IT tools within the TIR system, of which I will speak separately. All these principles make the TIR system and the TIR Convention itself compliant with the WCO safe framework standards and requirements, and notably requirement for pre-departure examination, requirement for submission of advanced cargo information, risk management assessment by the customs, and of course the benefits for trade. And here I would like to say that if we speak about the users of the TIR system, which are the transport operators authorized by the customs, the criteria which the transport operators need to meet, they also meet the criteria which the customs use to authorize economic operators. One little interesting thing is once the TIR, the operator who uses TIR system have been admitted by the customs, this admission is recognized in all TIR operational countries, unlike, for example, the IO programs which require additional mutual recognition and negotiations in that sense. Coming back to the risk management and IT tools available within the TIR system, first one I would like to mention is a so-called TIR electronic pre-declaration application. It has been developed by the IRU in cooperation with the customs administrations to allow transport operators to meet the requirements for submission of advanced cargo information electronically. Today, this application meets requirements of each national customs administration which is connected to it in terms of data. It allows to send safety and security elements and so on. For the transport operators, it's quite easy to use and provided free of charge, and that is why it's probably it explains the constant geographical expansion of this application. Today we have 27 countries connected to the system, as well as the increase in the usage, constant increase in the usage by the transport operators. We have considerable improvement and increase in number of TIR operations accompanied by TIR PD declarations each year. Another instrument is called a real risk management instrument, is called a real-time safe TIR, and basically it is a traceability tool. What it does, it allows the customs authorities to check the validity of the guarantee provided to them of the TIR carnet automatically, as soon as the truck arrives to the border, automatically and real time through the database. It also allows the customs authorities, once the goods have been delivered, to send information about the termination of the transit movement to the system automatically and in real time. Once this information is sent, it is available to all other customs authorities in other countries, as well as to the national association which issue TIR carnets to the transport operators, so they also can perform risk management and to prevent any potential abuse. This system is available in 18 countries. It's available, the Customs Administration of Azerbaijan has implemented it, and we need to say it was the fastest administration to implement this system to compare with all other countries. We have seen that nearly all aspects of the TIR procedure are computerized at the moment. And indeed, computerization is vital for the future of the TIR system, for its expansion, for its users. The need to computerize TIR system and TIR transit procedures have been recognized, and there has been a long discussion in front of UN within so-called e-TIR group. This year, an important milestone has been reached After a few months of talks with the United Nations, IRU and UNIC has decided to jointly make a pilot transport, a e-TIR pilot transport, to demonstrate that already now with the existing tools within the TIR system, it will be possible to perform absolutely paperless TIR transport. With this, I would like to end my presentation, but to make a wrap-up, I would like to show you a video which underlines the way the TIR system contributes to the trade security and the way it facilitates it.
In today's global economy, it takes 10,000 suppliers from around the globe to produce a car, all of which have their own suppliers. These complex international supply chains are subject to non-harmonized and overlapping regulatory requirements and procedures that change from one country and region to the next. Field studies have shown that customs procedures can account for up to 57% of total transport time. So how to address these security and economic concerns? Meet the TIR system. The TIR system is the simple, global, multimodal, secure, affordable customs transit system. Under TIR, any containerized shipments are sealed by customs at departure and unsealed by customs at destination, without redundant checks at borders in between. At each border, customs make sure the seals are intact and verify the cargo information using a unique transport document, the TIR carnet, before releasing the cargo. Nothing can get inside on the way without customs noticing it, thus guaranteeing the full security and traceability of goods transported. Highly computerized with state-of-the-art risk management applications, TIR streamlines customs procedures worldwide for increased efficiency and cost-effectiveness along the supply chain. In fact, TIR cuts overall transport times by 40% and costs by up to 30%, making trade easier, cheaper, and more secure, a win-win for everybody. Today, the TIR system issues 3 million TIR carnets for up to 20 million border crossings of close to 100 million tons of goods per year, with $1 billion in guarantees issued every day to cover the customs taxes owing on those goods. Ratified by 68 countries, the UN TIR Convention has proven most effective for 60 years in some 58 countries worldwide, and 25 more countries are highly interested in getting on board. TIR, join the club.
Well, thank you very much. I would like, if you have any questions, I would be ready to answer them later after all presenters or bilaterally during the coffee breaks.
Great. Thank you, Kseniya. And I think the TIR represents one of the most practical trade facilitation initiatives we've seen. So we should welcome its geographic expansion further into Asia and the Middle East.